Hey everybody, welcome back to Kitty Speaks. It's Kitty. I am here today probably mostly strictly on a medical update standpoint basis, although I have been playing in makeup. For those of you who care to take a closer up look up close. I was playing around earlier. Let's see what I got. The Forever Glam palette from BH Cosmetics. And by the way, I love this blending brush from BH Cosmetics. It is absolutely fabulously awesome. I used it for the first time today. As you all know, I recently purchased a ton of products from them, a ton of which are still not used, and I am still contemplating that giveaway. I haven't forgotten about it. In case you care, I still have a ton of unopened products. The Forever Nude palette, the 50-piece Makeup Artist palette, the Special Occasion palette, BH Day and Night, and I also have probably 2 or 3 brush sets that have not been open or used. I have not used this one because I also got this one and I fell in love with this. I love that it's pink and the polka dots, like, it's amazing, and I love this fan brush that's in here. So I've been using that, and I have these 2 brush sets that have not been used. So the giveaway is still kicking around in my head, guys. It's just that, as you guys know, I recently had the facet surgery, which was basically, I forgot what it's called, but it's the same thing as like having a spinal tap, and I had 6 of them at the same time. So I've been like recovering from the trauma of that. My pain button, like if you had a volume button for pain, mine is basically turned all the way up. There is no way to artificially turn it down, and so that is the basis of this video. I wanted to let you guys know that I have been told that the next step for me is an intrathecal pump, and I'm supposed to be the one making the decision, and I think that I've decided that I am going to do it. I have been shying away from it basically because I didn't want to have another implant. I have a portacath installed in my chest, and that's permanent. The intrathecal pump would go in my stomach, I think, or somewhere in my abdominal region. I think he said that it would go in my stomach. Basically what it is, in layman's terms, is a morphine pump. Apparently my body does not metabolize the opioids that I take every day to control my pain properly or well or whatever. And so instead of them ending up in my bloodstream to help control my pain, they basically end up in my GI tract. And as I have Crohn's disease, that is not a small consideration. It's, you know, it's actually a huge problem. I don't know if it's so cool to admit this, but I have not been able to go to the bathroom without intervention for about a year and a half. I ended up in the hospital for like 32 days, unable to eat or drink, not even water, and I had to be put on TPN, which involved a tube going through my arm directly into my stomach, and I was basically fed artificial nutrition for a month that way, and I have not been able to eat or digest anything properly since that time. So this is not a small consideration, but there are so many things, so many facets of my care involved. Not only pain management, but also, you know, the fact that it's interfering with my bowels, which are already messed up because of the Crohn's. So It's basically something that I feel is quite necessary. There are those who would say, that's whatever. You don't. When people don't walk in your shoes and they don't understand chronic pain and they don't understand what it means to suffer basically all the time, it's hard for them to conceive of it, especially when you look at someone with autoimmune diseases and they look completely healthy. They look like there's nothing wrong with them. And so when they tell you they're going through these drastic things, it's hard to understand. But I would urge those of you who are support systems for people living with autoimmune diseases, we don't understand. So it's definitely going to be harder for you to understand. I think the best thing that you can do is to just try to be there to listen. It is really, really frustrating when people try to diagnose us and try to give medical advice for something that doctors don't even understand. If the person that you're trying to support has made the decision that the best thing for them to do is to do what their doctor tells them to do, because trust me, we've tried everything. At least I know that I have. We don't want to be like this. So, in the beginning, we're open to all kinds of things. But then you discover that your functionality, that your quality of life without your medication is much worse than it is with it. And so at some point, if your loved one has made the decision that they're going to take their medication and that they're going to do what their doctor tells them to do, the best thing that you can do is just try to be supportive of their decisions. It's hard enough for us to conceive of life like this forever without all the other outside interferences. And so, yes, this is a huge decision, but trust me, I have considered the alternatives, and I think that this is the right thing for me. And so, yeah, it's an intrathecal pump, Intrathecal, and my understanding of it at this point, because I haven't read up on it like I intend to, is that it has about a 2-month supply of morphine in it, and I'll be able to push a button and my medication will be delivered directly to my bloodstream. And then about every 2 months I go in and they refill the container that will be housed inside of my body. And so that is what it is, and that's why you haven't seen me for a while. I've been kind of pouring over it in my head, plus trying to convalesce from my recent surgery. And so this is just kind of an update of what's going on with me medically, and also to let you know that I am still here. I am still enjoying my makeup, although this looks kind of crazy. Let me see if I can get it in better light. I know this looks kind of crazy, but like I always do something different on one eye and then something totally different on the other eye. When you have as much eyeshadow as I do, that's basically the only way that you can get through trying out all these different colors. And so that is what I have got going on right now, guys. That's what I'm rocking with. That's why I'm looking like Joker. Yeah, just to basically let you know that the tales of my demise have been greatly exaggerated. I am still here and kicking. I'm hanging in there and not letting go. And as always, love, peace, and hair grease. Ciao.